inside the world's most unusual careers.
Ever wondered what it takes to master the world's most unique professions?
Sure.
From navigating the halls
No.
of luxury as
No.
America's first hotel concierge, to training in an elite butler academy,
It's not time for that. Over there.
these jobs are anything but ordinary.
This is the only place in San Francisco you can see bison. This is the best spot to view the Golden Gate Bridge.
The best spot to view the
This is one of the
Golden Gate
oldest
Bridge.
gay bars in the city. Cheers. But it all starts here, at the concierge desk of the Fairmont San Francisco.
Fairmont, San Francisco. America's first concierge.
I'm Tom Wolfe,
Concierge
and I'm
for-
America's first concierge.
I was very lucky.
concierge. I mean, maybe if I remember. Maybe if I remember the fucking how I spell it. Concierge. Right there. Employee of a hotel. Ooh. Wait, what? Right? A caretaker of an apartment complex or a small hotel. Okay. Typically one living on the premises. Oh, okay. Oh. So it's the fucking. It's basically just help them on the hotel. I mean, like the management of the hotel. The manager. The manager of the hotel.
Because my
I guess that's
parents
cool.
loved to go out. So I was constantly seeing the world of hospitality, the world of the restaurants, the world of sophistication. And that's kind of where the seed was planted, shall we say. My first hotel job was working in Washington, D.C. And I then
Washington,
went to
DC.
London. And
London.
the general manager asked me, "Have you got a morning suit?" Luckily, I knew what a morning suit was, and I said, "Of course, Mr. Schwenter, I do." My next port of call would be Paris. I managed to get a job at a very luxurious hotel right on the Champs-Élysées, and I learned many lessons. I made my way back to the United States, where I found myself in San Francisco.
San Fran. It's smart. It's also smart to check the Allstate first quarter of 100.
Okay, if there's one AI site builder you need to meet,
Power
this is
AI.
Dope Tech from Wix.
I started as the concierge at the Fairmont in 1974. The Fairmont Hotel occupies an entire square block. The main building opened in 1907, 1 year to the day after the Great Fire. If these walls could whisper, what stories they would tell.
Was Gucci.
A secret door that could be used for a discreet exit. The Tonga Room was once the Fairmont swimming pool. If you can think of somebody important, they were here. Whether they were from the world of Hollywood or the world of politics, pretty much every president has stayed here at one time or another.
Oh, yeah?
And we had the first person to break the color barrier in the Venetian Room, where an entertainer of color would be able to stay at the same place where they performed. The Fairmont philosophy has always been the best kind of guest you can hope for is a repeat guest.
Right. Yo, yo.
When I'm out and about walking to this very day, I'm still exploring. And I find these little streets that I haven't been down, or I find a shop that I've not been in. And I take the time to go in and say hello and introduce myself. It's a constant learning experience. And the minute you stop learning, well, you might as well stop working.
That's my drift. The fuck out. It's cool.
A professional butler is somebody
Professional
who is
butler?
loyal,
It's
flexible,
not unusual. I mean, I
discreet,
guess.
hardworking, honest,
Right.
but most important, it is a person who has the ability to put somebody else's wishes before your own. That is what makes this profession so very, very difficult. At the age of 21, I became a butler. Nowadays, I am chairman of the International Butler Academy. The International Butler Academy is located in the beautiful village of
Damn, that's a good. You
Simpelveld
probably gotta go
in
to
the
school for
Netherlands.
mad long to be a butler,
We have
huh?
about 135 rooms,
Yes.
80
You gotta learn how to do what? Like, I mean, cook, right? Essentially, don't you have to learn how to cook? Am I tripping?
1,000
they
square
cook?
feet completely
Maybe,
dedicated.
maybe that's not.
to
Maybe
the training
maybe they
of
don't cook.
butlers.
Maybe they do everything but that. Maybe they just set everything up and everything like that. Maybe they don't cook. So like, is there somebody that can do all of them? Like cook, clean, be a chef, a butler.
Our students live here in our building. They come literally from every country in the world, age from 18 to 68.
C8.
Students learn about housekeeping, house management, estate management, regular things like even suitcase packing, silver shining, shining shoes. The list is enormous. There's an incredible amount of training to be done in 10 weeks.
10 weeks.
Discipline here at the International Butler Academy is very, very important. In order to get a job done, you need discipline. I think in order to be successful,
God.
you need discipline.
Why not just
discipline
dodge
here at
that
school
shit
is
instead of
something we
fucking-
embrace and not something that we are afraid of.
How to turn around.
Here at school, we always joke about what employers want. They need a clean toilet,
You got a fucking
they
ball
want
coming at
a
you.
warm bed, and they want a hot meal. And those three things are most important for everyone.
You go right, you go left.
My wife and I, we have our own butler. I'm very fortunate. I've had a private butler now for the past 17 years.
Damn.
And this person is very, very important to me.
But like,
Being a butler can certainly be a wonderful career, simply because if you are responsible for the well-being of the family, for their happiness, that is obviously very, very, very important.
It is estimated that over 4 million people have been abducted by alien life forms, but only one of them asked for it.
Come and get me.
On June 20th,
Allow me to adjust your gravity.
into the moon.
Mazes are one of the most fascinating things. Almost everybody, as soon as they can crawl, are always wanting to find out what's hidden, what's out of sight.
Dorset, England. Is this what is it?
Mazes are one of the most
maze-
fascinating
wait,
things.
mazes.
Almost
Is he a
everybody,
maze solver?
as soon as they can crawl, are always wanting to find out what's hidden, what's out of sight.
This
My
sounds
name's
cool.
Adrian Fisher. I live in Dorset in England, and I create mazes and labyrinths all over the world.
What?
Well, I spent the first few years of my career in accountancy. There came a moment when I'd created a maze in my father's garden.
Maze designer.
And then I started building one and two
Stars,
more
maze
and
you've
so on.
created, bro.
And then I suddenly realized this was going to be far more fulfilling if I spent my life creating mazes. This is the site.
This is an Americano,
This is 50 meters in diameter and the maze is going here. Over the years, I've created mazes in some 40 countries, and I guess I've built over 700 full in diameter and the maze is going here. Over the years,
Elheim Palace, yeah. What's this? Oh, it is. Oh, shit.
I've created
That's cool.
mazes in some 40 countries.
Maze of Maze. Okay.
And I guess I've built
Maze Tower. Maze Tower looks sick. I'm not gonna lie. It looks sick.
over 700 full-size mazes in the landscape. I think a maze
The
design
herb
is a
farm.
very
The herb
esoteric
farm.
art.
The herb farm.
You sketch out ideas and develop
Herbs.
ideas on paper and drawings. But one of the exciting things is a maze is a network. Now, a maze is a special kind of network where I decide there's only one start point, I decide where the finish is, and I make sure that every single bit of it can be as confusing or as easy as I wish. I'm trying to make it as ingenious and tricky as possible, but in the end, I'm also an entertainer. I like to leave clues that help you solve it, and you feel so good about yourselves when you have beaten the maze designer. Like a good movie, you get to the end and you don't want it to stop. I'm appealing to some basic instinct in us all that want to be entertained and explore, and a maze is an ideal way of doing that. Its purpose is totally to one side of normal, sensible, practical things in life, but gives so much pleasure to so many women.
It's cool. What's the last job or
Cotton
career?
candy. Who knew sugar
Cotton
and
candy
air could
maker or
taste
cotton candy
so
taster?
sweet?
Honestly, the ice cream
Well,
tastes
a
as
guy named James Morrison, an amateur inventor whose occupation and taste buds didn't exactly align.
sweet tooth.
He was a dentist. And during his lifetime, James even became the president of the Tennessee Dental Association.
Don't forget to floss.
But he was also a confectionery enthusiast with a passion for culinary advancement. He paired with John C. Wathen, an old friend and fellow confectioner. Together, the two designed and co-patented what they called the electronic candy machine. The device rapidly spun and melted sugar through small holes until it was fluffy and nearly 70% air. They called the new treat Fairy Floss. They introduced their product at the 1904 World's Fair, selling it in small wooden boxes for 25 cents each.
Thank you.
That's about $6 today.
Wooden boxes, though.
Fairy Floss was a huge success.
The boxes
In 6 months, they sold over
probably
68,000 boxes,
ain't coming out
grossing
that
in today's money around $440,000. But despite the success of the sugar spun business, Morrison returned to his day job as a dentist. So next time the dentist tells you you're eating too many sugary treats, well, blame him.
Cotton candy maker. That's cool that it's an electric candy and it spins the sugar until it comes